Hello everyone, today we'll be discussing Darkling Thrush by Thomas Hardy. Darkling Thrush was published in 1900 at the end of 19th century. So this poem is written in the form of an elegy, and an elegy is a mournful poem that deals with death. This type of poems reflect loss, sadness and death. And here poet is talking about death of the century. So, as we have our days divided into weeks, months, year, and centuries, we have designed our life on the basis of these days, that is weeks, months, and year. So we feel some sort of sadness when a year ends, or some sort of happiness when a new year begins. So in the same way, poet is entering into a new era. He was born in 19th century. He had spent most of his life in 19th century. So now as he is moving into a new era, a new century, that is 20th century, so he is having certain sort of emotions which he is expressing in this poem, which is written in the form of an elegy. So this poem, Darkling Thrush, it was originally named as The Century's End 1900, but later Hardy renamed it to Darkling Thrush. So here the word darkling means darkness, which represents poet's two ideas. One is that end of days, that is end of a century, and another one is death and despair. So with this word darkling, he wants to convey both darkness as well as the death and despair of the century. And now the second word in the title, thrush, symbolize a singing bird, a bird which is singing a song of hope. So now this is complete contrast of what everything else in the poem represents. That is, earlier what we were talking about was sadness, loss, death and darkness. But the poem has another focal point, another important thing to notice, that is a bird which is singing of hope, joy and change. That ending of an era or beginning of a new era brings some sort of hope, some sort of change and happiness. So this poem talks about change, which is not at all easy, but we do not have any other choice but to accept it. This poem is about one's reaction to this change. It is about hope in the face of despair. It is about endings and new beginnings. It is about having courage when everything seems lost, and it is about perception or how you see a change. Either you can feel sad and cry about it, or you can be hopeful about the change which is coming in our lives. Now, let us discuss language and form of the poem. So, in this poem, each stanza is an octet. That means each stanza comprises of 8 lines. And words like outlined, blast, beruffled, and spectre grey. So poet has coined these words, his own words, which does not occur anywhere else in the English language. Now the rhyme scheme that is used in this poem is AB, AB, CD, CD. That is, if you see, each stanza repeats the same pattern. For example, gate rhymes with desolate, grey rhymes with day, sky rhymes with nigh, and liars rhymes with fires. And the same pattern is followed in all the stanzas. Now another sound devices that are used in this poem are assonance. And assonance is repetition of similar vowel sounds. So here O and A sounds, that is vowel O and A sounds, are used in repetition in the same sentence. Now the next one is consonance, and consonance is repetition of similar consonant sounds in neighboring words. So in the stanza, and winter's dregs made desolate the weakening eye of day. So here the sound D is repeated multiple times in neighboring words. So now the next one is alliteration. Alliteration is repetition of initial consonant sound. For example, in the sentence, that I could think there trembled through. So in this line, the sound the is used multiple times. So this is the case of alliteration. Now let us discuss the tone of the poem. So initially the tone of the poem is pessimistic and mournful, because in the beginning poet is talking about his reflection, his ideas towards the end of an era. So because he was sad, he was not happy with the change that was going to happen. So in the beginning the tone was sad, it was mournful. But afterwards, in the second half of the poem, the tone of the poem is reflective and hopeful. because the bird is singing about hope and change. Now the themes of the poem are: first one is nature and decline of human civilization. Now let us discuss the literary device that is used in this poem. So the first literary device used in this poem is metaphor. Metaphor is when we mention something which refers to something else. So in this poem, poet has never talked directly about death. Rather, he is talking about winter landscape. So he has used winter landscape as a metaphor for death, that is, end of life.